is on Socrates and the Socratic Method. And we're actually going to start with a discussion that will appear to have nothing to do with the topic whatsoever. So, sorry, I should have read this word. Oh.
Hunter, hand me my thing, would you? Hunter, hand me that.
What is justice?
Batman loves justice.
Just hand me the folder.
But what is justice?
And I need a pen out of my backpack.
Anyone care
Top
to
zipper.
throw out a definition for me?
Top.
You don't have candy. This is true. I don't have candy, but I still need people to talk about
Justice is doing the right thing. Sort-ish.
Justice is being just in all dealings.
Giving consequence. No matter what.
Yeah, your consequences for your actions, whether it's good or bad.
Opposite of mercy.
You're there. Because doing the right thing, sometimes the consequence doesn't always feel like the right thing. For instance, say a man kills someone. Most of our laws say that because he killed someone, he deserves to lose his life. But what if it was an accident? Does he still deserve to lose his life? But it's the right thing to take his life if he took someone else's, right? We've got kind of a moral quandary here because there are parts of it that do not always match up the same. Justice is the opposite of mercy. Can justice and mercy sometimes work together? Yeah. Yes. Justice and mercy can sometimes work together. Does anyone feel that any of these is a perfect definition of justice? Is there anyone willing to say, yes, I think number 2 is a perfect definition? Or I think number 1 is perfect? No one? Okay, good. That's what I was going for. Okay, so that was the Socratic Method, or one version of it. But to get there, we're going to go to the life of Socrates. So, Socrates was a Greek philosopher who lived from 469 to 399 BC. Read that? Okay. He was a Greek philosopher. He worked a lot in stone cutting when he was younger, but when he retired, he became a philosopher. He taught a lot, but never taught for money. And how the Socratic Method came about, one of his students once went to an oracle and asked the oracle if there's any man in the world wiser than Socrates. And the oracle said no. The student went back and reported to Socrates and said, that can't be true. I know I don't know everything. So he went around and started asking all the people he thought were wise about some topic or another, tell me about your topic. Or he'd debate with them on various subjects. And he kept finding that they used arguments very much like this. They'd say, courage is being strong. Oh, but sometimes courage is running away. So just pretty much any way they tried to define things, he was able to find either a way to do it better or a way to prove that they had inconsistencies in their thoughts. This started to become known as the Socratic Method. And as he did this, he made a lot of people very angry, earned the title of the social gadfly, because a gadfly is a fly that bites a horse and spurns it into action. And when he did this, he spurred the people into action and was put on trial for disruption of the peace and corrupting of the youth and a couple of other things. Because they were so angry about all the kosher things he was teaching politically and all the people that he was making angry. And some of his students did some very stupid things, which I'll get into if we have time, because it's a really funny story. So if I can hurry fast enough, we'll do this story, because it's hilarious. The trial went on for several days. He never apologized for what he did. In fact, he told them that they should be paying him for all the services he was doing for the community. And he was sentenced to death by drinking poisoned water. So, but, yes, Socrates died because of the invention of the Socratic Method. So, what the Socratic Method is it is asking a question without giving an answer, or a question that doesn't have a specific answer, like, what is justice? Generally questions about vague ideas, with the intent of helping the learners come up with their own ideas and create their own concepts of the thing. Yes, helping them come up with their own concept of the things. It helps the learners be more free thinking. It helps them not rely so much on memorizing facts. So it's one of my favorite methods of teaching, just because it helps create more independent and critical thinkers. If you take it up the next step, which is sort of what I started with today, it was Socrates' favorite way of using it was to strike down arguments via inconsistencies. You take the inconsistencies and say, well, this thing and this thing don't go together, therefore, this must be wrong. He didn't always build it back up so we found what was eventually right. Sometimes he did. If you're teaching in a class, you'd want to build it up so you find the thing that's actually right. You know, you could use it, say, you ask your students, go very simple. Pretend you have elementary kids, and you ask them, what's 2 plus 2? And someone says 5. And you say, well, let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that 5? No. Then what's the answer? 4. You lead them to a direct answer by proving that the answer that they have is not correct. But you're still leading them to the correct answer. It's a lot harder the more advanced you get. This is mainly used to either just sort of inspire self-reflection or to, meditate on bigger ideas like justice, love, honor, things that aren't defined as easily, things that don't necessarily have a right or a wrong answer to them. And that's mostly how it's used in schools. Fun term, when the state of mind after going through this and being like, wait, I don't know what's true anymore, I don't know what's right anymore, I don't have an idea what the answer is, that term is called aporia. And that was Socrates' main tool against his enemy people. But when we do it in schools, we try not to leave the students in a state of aporia, because that can often leave them feeling frustrated, and they don't understand how they're supposed to proceed. So now we're going to do the exercise again to try and get a little bit better understanding of how this works now that we've explained it. We're going to do this again. So we're going to split into groups of 3, and one group will only have, let's split into groups of 4, and one group will have 1. Split into groups of 4. Just find people near you. There may not always be people.
I guess we'll have 5.
Oh, sorry, I thought you were picking me up because you're going to
What?
have 4.
And let's split this one back here into 2 groups of 3.
Yo, what's up?
Okay. So, Now that you're in groups,
I don't get to participate.
you don't want to participate. I'm sorry. I was like, what about her?
No one likes me.
Okay.
Oh.
Now, in your groups, I want you to discuss freedom. It's a great big general term, and I want you to try and come up. With a definition for freedom. Help each other look at your definition. See if you can find one definition that doesn't have any inconsistencies, that doesn't fight with itself, that doesn't have any, oh, but what if situations in it. So try and come up with a good, solid definition. You have 5 minutes.
Then you have 4 minutes.
Then you have 2. Pressure time.
Yeah, America. Anyway, so freedom.
Okay, freedom.
Do you want to? Yeah.
I gotta just say
Freedom.
do what you want. America. Go America.
Yeah, there would be different areas.
I don't know what to do.
That's in your heart, Jesse?
The America.
So, in that regard, then freedom to be something that's
30 more seconds.
30 seconds.
It's actually 30 seconds. Yeah, that makes sense.
But in that regard, then freedom is
Hunter. Hunter. Can you hand me those? No, the papers.
Freedom of speech. I can understand that.
All right, I need one representative from each group to come and put, just what you got. I know we didn't have that time to see this correctly. Come put your definition of freedom.
Wait, did you see different? Sigmund justice. Sigmund justice. So broad. America is the answer.
I said discuss.
America.
What are we? Yes. Guess the taxes. Oh, do you want to pay taxes? I'll pay taxes.
America.
I'll pay taxes.
You don't think we're free, you
Okay.
probably would.
Yeah.
America.
We're going to be talking while they finish writing. Again, are our definitions of freedom the same?
No.
No. Are there parts of the definitions that, or does anyone see a problem with one of the definitions?
Of
Freedom.
ours is pretty good.
Ours is vain perfect.
Oh yeah, sorry.
State of being free.
Like, I don't know, I consider like doing what you want, like to an extreme, is actually kind of binding and enslavement in and of itself. So like, it's contradictory.
Agreed. And a lot of these only apply if you're talking about freedom of one individual. If you're trying to have freedom as a more general idea, the freedom for me to do what I want, maybe I really like to drive drunk, but maybe you really like to be alive.
Why?
So those two freedoms might not always work together. So, their law is the perfect definition, but you guys came up with a lot better, more cohesive, more complete theories this time around, because you're able to talk amongst yourselves and philosophize, whatever that word is. Yes.
Philosophicalize.
Yes. And that will be the end of the lesson. Sorry we didn't get
Yay.
to the story about Alcibiades because it is absolutely hilarious.
Yay.
But, oh, I do have a handout. Totally forgot to hand out my handout. All of that way you guys saw a little thingy.